or that a particular gender is superior to another. The biology is one and the same, our DNA is the same. Our job is to do the best that we can. And he then said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَإِنْ أَرَادُوا أَن يَضُرُّوكَ بِشَيْءٍ لَمْ يَكْتُبْهُ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكَ لَمْ يَقْدِرُوا. He said, and if they want to harm you with something that Allah has not decreed, they will never be able to. So that's something to pay attention to once again, especially because we're focusing on how we can truly be successful. Right? The way that, mashallah, our students, when they graduate, they have those degrees, those diplomas, those certificates. We want to be sure that we get ours, inshallah ta'ala, on our right hand on the day that we stand before Allah Rabbul Alameen. And this is how it's going to happen, by focusing on our beliefs and understanding what we're being taught here. How to live with taqwa. To live life mindful of the one who's created all things. There is nothing of a mystery with him. The one that's always been in control and has always had power over everything. Subhanallah. That's the one that the Prophet ﷺ was teaching this young Ibn Abbas about, and the rest of us too. I pray that Allah Azza wa Jal bless us to be from those that when we learn something, that we understand it and apply it in the best way possible. Innahu waliyun samirun mujib. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyina Muhammad. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. ما بعد، وإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله سبحانه، وخير الهدي هدي رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة. As we continue, I remind myself and you, my brothers and sisters, that the best revelation available for humanity, that which is pure, as pure as when He subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed it to His Prophet, is none other than the Qur'an. And the best understanding of this revelation and application of it is the Sunnah, the guidance of the Blessed Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the worst of things in our religion are inventions in the religion, because they take us away from Allah Rabbul Alameen and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, by taking us away from the correct understanding and application of Islam. And that path is a horrible path. Allah save us. Allahumma ameen. Jama'ah, just when you think that in and of itself would be enough advice and information for this young man, the Prophet ﷺ actually had a few more things to say. He then said to him, to Ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma, وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ فِي الصَّبْرِ عَلَى مَا تَكْرَهُ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. And know, have knowledge, be sure that being patient in the face of what you dislike is full of blessings, full of goodness, full of rewards and riches. Right? And this is important because we want this life really to be as though it's paradise. We want to live without hardship, without challenge, without problems, without stress. We want that here. We want paradise here. Well, it ain't going to happen. So long as we understand that what comes before that, our belief in Allah Azza wa Jal, our sincerity towards Him, our living in devotion for Him, that we're firm and we're genuine in that, whatever problems and hardships we're going to have to face because of it, that the rewards and blessings associated with being patient are far worth it. Right? So for example, mashallah, tabarakallah, our students, they understand this. They don't want to have to get up early and have to go to school and have to attend class and have to so on and so forth and study and memorize and understand and learn and take tests and quizzes and finals and projects but at the end, they come to recognize that they've learned something and they've benefited. Right? Our sisters who, mashallah, because maybe they dress Islamically and they're better known, more easily visibly recognized, and they're still in school or they're going out looking for jobs, etc. Or maybe whatever the case is, they may have something of a, and I'm not saying they do, they may have something of a disadvantage. But wallahi, the advantage that they have with Allah Azza wa Jalla is far worth it and overcomes anything of the hardships or whatever it is that they may feel they're going to have otherwise. Same thing our brothers, mashallah. We want to understand that in being patient with Allah Rabbul Alameen and sticking to what it is that He has given us, it is certainly going to pay itself off in this world, but most importantly, once again in the next. And I stress that part. Because again, Jama'ah, let's not treat this world as though this is our paradise, this is our heaven. And he continued and said, وَأَنَّ النَّصْرَ مَعَ الصَّبْرِ, and success comes with patience. Yeah, of course. There's no way that anyone could have learned anything except that they had to have been patient in the process. There's no way to gain mastery in anything except that it requires patience. And he said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, ma'a, with. Like, they come together. It's not thumma or ba'da or it comes afterwards. No, they come together. They're hand in hand. They come hand in hand. وَأَنَّ الْفَرَجَ مَعَ الْكَرْبِ, and that relief, it comes with the calamity. But again, Jama'ah, it's within Allah's time, subhanahu, and He knows best. We want things to happen like this. Wallahi, we want Allah Azza wa Jal to be our servant. At the moment we make the dua, that Allah serves us and He answers us. Yeah, Jama'ah, it doesn't work that way. And part of being truly Abdullah Azza wa Jal, being that slave and servant of Allah, is that you feel a sense of contentment, knowing that whatever it is of decrees that you're going through in life, that you're not going through it alone. And that with Allah Rabbul Alameen, your hopes, you never lose them. And he says, وَأَنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا, and with hardship, with difficulty comes ease. These two also come together. You cannot have one without the other. And this is where that change has to be there, because Jama'ah, sometimes we will not recognize a blessing except when there's its opposite. And the way that sometimes we will not recognize something that's a difficulty until we've also had its opposite. There's benefits in these things. And Allah, who is the master and creator of our lives in this world that we live in, He knows what's best for us. Our belief is what we need to focus on, and our trust in Him, and to live in the way that the Blessed Prophet ﷺ did. To be like him in everything of beliefs, in his worship and in his lifestyle, all of these. That's not a buffet to pick one and leave the other. All three of them at the same time, to do our best. So to quickly recap, so that we can be from those who achieve the end goal of what Allah Azza wa Jal wants us to benefit for and from in Ramadan, is so that we live with taqwa. This is a practical approach to doing it. Focusing on our relationship with Allah Azza wa Jal, making sure that our belief in Him, that requires knowledge, and then our worship and serving of Him subhanahu, and that's going to require from us again belief, and it's going to require patience. Making sure that the relationship is something we don't jeopardize. Understanding that Allah always sees us and He always hears us and He's always aware of us, that we don't ever have to worry about going to search for or anything of that sort, so long as we can maintain that connection with Him Jalla wa Ala. Alhamdulillah, He knows. He's better aware than we are. And so long as we have that certainty with Him subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are turning to Him first, and we are asking of Him subhanahu wa ta'ala first, we know that He is the one who decrees all things, and that we have nothing but the best of hopes and expectations from Him subhanahu. And when things may get a little shaky and rocky, whatever the case is, that it causes us to further turn to Him and to seek from Him subhanahu. When things are going excellent, that we are from the soul, from the depths of our soul, that we are still serving and praising and thanking Him for having given us good. And to recognize that our success is going to come when we live with taqwa. And Ramadan, which is just 2 weeks away, this is what the focus has to be for each and every one of us. And for our younger brothers and sisters, regardless of whether they're graduating into high school, into college, or graduate studies or otherwise, they're freshest in their understanding of what it means to be focused, to not give up, to persevere, and to see the results at the end of it. And I pray that Allah Rabbul Alameen bless us all to be from those who achieve and live with taqwa from this day on forward until the rest of our lives. Allahumma ameen. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Ya Allah, we ask you, Rabbil Alameen, that you give us all that is good and beneficial for us in this life and the best of paradise in the hereafter. That you guard us from all that can harm us in this life and from the least of what can harm us in the hereafter. Ya Allah, we ask you, Rabbil Alameen, that you continue to bless our youngsters, our sons and daughters, our brothers and sisters, students everywhere. Ya Allah, we ask you, Rabbil Alameen, that you grant them success in this life and that you grant them eternal success in the next. Ya Allah, we ask you, Rabbil Alameen, that you bridge that generational gap between those of us that are older and those that are younger. Ya Allah, help those that are older to be more patient with those that are younger, and those who are younger to also be more patient with those that are older. Ya Allah, help us to love each other for your cause, and that we work together in all that's going to be correct and pleasing to you. Ya Allah, we ask you, Rabbil Alameen, that you grant us that we reach Ramadan. Ya Allah, and that we reach Ramadan and that we make the most of Ramadan. Ya Allah, bless us to be from those that will achieve taqwa in Ramadan. That we live with that mindfulness of you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. That we guard our relationship with you and that we cherish you above all things and everything else. Ya Allah, and that you help us to live life with that devotion and with that focus each and every day. Ya Allah, we ask you, Rabbil Alameen, for our students that are going off to college and otherwise, Ya Allah, that you protect them. Ya Allah, guide them and protect them. Ya Allah, help them that they have the best of company that's going to help them to continue to strive in all that is good and pleasing to you. Ya Allah, we ask you, Rabbil Alameen, for our youth and our young adults as a whole, Ya Allah, that you keep them far away from everything of intoxicants, alcohol and drugs as a whole. Ya Allah, and from friends and people that are also using those things and that are seeking to introduce them to those things. Ya Allah, we ask you, Rabbil Alameen, that you help them to have the best of self-restraint. Ya Allah, so that they are not engaged in illegal relationships, in illicit relationships, and immoral relationships. Ya Allah, help them to cherish chastity and purity. Ya Allah, we ask you, Rabbil Alameen, for our ummah as a whole. Ya Allah, that you make this the Ramadan that is the Ramadan of miracles. That our ummah as a whole heals. That where there is war, there will be peace. Where there has been destruction, there can be a rebuilding. Where there has been a tearing apart, Ya Allah, that there can be mending. Ya Allah, where there are those that have passed away, Ya Allah, that you grant them forgiveness and mercy and paradise. And those that are ill and injured, Ya Allah, that you completely cure and heal. And those that are struggling financially, Ya Allah, that you provide for them and that you provide for them from what is halal and abundant, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, that you answer the prayers of all. Allahumma ameen. Wa aqim as-salah.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
Jama'ah, just before we begin the salah, Allahu Akbar, we're blessed again to have a brother who wants to join us within the fold of Islam. I have my brother, our brother, Esteban Sanchez, who is going to, inshallah ta'ala, say his shahada and join us in making this prayer, his first prayer as a Muslim. Alhamdulillah. So we're going to go ahead and say the declaration of faith. Have you repeat it after me, inshallah, word after word. And after that, alhamdulillah, you are Muslim. So, Ashhadu Allah ilaha illa Allah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasul Allah. Which means that I testify that there is no God except for Allah, and I testify that Muhammad is his messenger.
I testify that there is no God but Allah. I testify that Muhammad is his messenger.
MashaAllah, Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. And God willing, after the prayer is done, inshallah, there's going to be plenty of brothers that are going to want to congratulate you. And we have in the office also something of a gift for you. So before you leave, please see us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Allah bless you. استووا. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله استغفر الله استغفر الله استغفر الله اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تبارك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام اللهم إنا على ذكرك وشكرك